Next up on the Cosmic News Network, First Contact with Joshua Pope.
Good morning, Earthlings. Good. How you doing today? Good. How you doing today? Welcome to First Contact Radio. Welcome to First Contact Radio. To talk about all these things we're talking about is because in life, everything is energy. Every single thing that's out there.
Yo, it's First Contact with Joshua Pope. He's the man on the mic, just in case you didn't know it. Covering news from all around the globe, from the weather and space to UFOs. We'll talk politics and make you open your eyes. Conspiracy theories and government lies. We'll dig it all up and try to find the proof. Cause the times is demand the truth. It's time.
First Contact Radio. We have live.
Demand the truth.
First Contact Radio. We have live.
Demand the truth. It's time.
First Contact Radio.
It's time to demand the truth.
Good morning, Earthlings. How you doing today? Welcome to First Contact Radio. I'm glad that you could be here. Today's the end of the week, end of the first week of being back. Actually, it's only been 3 days, but I'm glad to be back, and I'll be back next week, continuing on. No worries about that. So thank you for listening and watching. Thank you for your emails and all your support. I really appreciate that tremendously. All right, let's look at what we've got going on today. Today is the 7th of August, 2015. Our sun sign is in Leo. Our moon sign is in Taurus. So we know the drill by now. These two signs here, sun sign, Leo. Oh, sun sign is Leo, moon sign, Taurus. So we got earth and we have fire. So just remember those two elements, earth and fire. Fire is ideas, earth are the physical world around us. And these two energies work upon each other all the time. We can have fire. Fire can burn the earth. It can scorch the earth. Earth can be so much overwhelming that it can actually put out the fire. These two need to work well together. Fire can also be, or is energy. Fire is ideas, creativity. If it becomes bottled up, then there's a problem. Then it can come out as something aggressive or angry. If it's channeled properly, it comes out as something creative. So what we have to do is we need to get the earth, the things in this physical world, and the things of the spiritual or the ideal world, bridge those together. And when we bring them together, we have a nice way of doing things. So that's what we're looking at today. Fire and earth are the two signs. Now, some of the aspects we're dealing with as we get through the course of today. This first one right here, I'm going to make this screen a little larger so you can see it a little better. There we go. So right here we could see that at 8:52 a.m. Actually 8:8. Yeah. Well, let's go. Looking for the major ones we need to be looking at right here. As we get into this evening, it looks like we have. Looks like I'm not quite sure what this is. Looks like a square that didn't quite complete itself. But what we do have is looks like an opposition here. Take a better look over on this side. Basically, looks like I have Mars in the mix. We have Jupiter in the mix with the lesson we're going to be learning today. Looks like the moon is opposite. Is that Saturn there? Having a hard time seeing what that is there. Where's our moon? Where's our moon? Right there, yeah, that is Saturn. That's opposite right here. So we've got to work with our discipline. We've got to work with the expansion that's happening around us, the lessons of the energy, how we're dealing with it. So basically like yesterday, we're going through that same course of action. Remember, the Hierophant. This is Taurus. This is the earth. The whole key to this is the Hebrew letter Vav, nail or hook, which is how we hook that spiritual with the physical. If we don't hook the spiritual with the physical, then we're just wandering around in this physical world thinking this is all that there is. And guess what? This isn't all that there is. There's a lot more than that. All right, we go over and we're going to take a look at the Jewish calendar, 22 Av. 22 Av is the day. The day thought is at a certain point, each of us, through all our many journeys through life, We have found and redeemed all the divine sparks in our share of the world. Then the darkness that holds such mastery, such cruelty, such irrational evil that it contains no redeeming value. All this will simply vanish like a puff of steam in the midday air. All that we salvaged and used for good, on the other hand, will shine with a tremendous light beyond even the light of the godly realm. Okay, so this is very important here. Talks about how to get away from this darkness. At a certain point, each of us, through our many journeys, will have found and redeemed all of the divine sparks in our share of the world. So it's basically learning to take responsibility for the energy that we have. When we all learn to take responsibility for all of this energy around it, use it properly, chase away the darkness will be chased away. The reason the darkness is here is because we're not chasing away. We're thinking that it's something fun to play with, but in the darkness are all the lies, the corruption, the deceit that's going on, and we need to find a way to fix that. We see the problems in the world. We can't deny that. Third quarter right here of the moon, 44% of the way full, making its way back down to the new moon. Space weather. Current conditions, solar wind 503.5 kilometers per second. Planetary key index is between a 3 and a 5. Remember yesterday it was up to a 4, so we have increased just a little bit over yesterday. The fake picture that I showed you the other day, if somebody believes that's real, well, I don't know what to tell you, but that looks as fake can be. This image right here, it looks like something you could do in Photoshop and then put an emboss feature around this. It just looks so fake, and it's just disgusting how they put this information out, thinking people are going to believe this is real, and many will. Many will look at this and say, oh, this is real, not knowing about the photorealistic painters that are hired by NASA to do these kind of things. Coronal holes, nothing much in the way of coronal holes right here. M-class flare, 25% possibility over the next 24 to 48 hours. X-class is down only 5%. Geomagnetic storm activity looks like it's dropping in the mid latitudes from 50 to 35. High latitudes dropping as well, going from 70 down to 50. So things are subsiding a bit. And last, up in the sky tonight, the moon just passed the last quarter, rises around 1 a.m. by early dawn Saturday morning. It's high in the east, forming a triangle with Aldebaran to its lower left and the Pleiades farther to its upper left. Okay, in the early dawn these mornings, use binoculars to look for Mars below Castor, and Pollux is shown to the right. All right, this is what we're going to see tomorrow night, but we're kind of close to there today. Anyway, that's what's going on at the present time. It's cosmic weather. That means UFO news is up next. Let's get to it.
This is the UFO News with Joshua Poet.
All right, Dirk. Thank you very much. So the first sighting today comes to us from the Netherlands. This crop circle in Hoeven, Netherlands, shows signs of UFO landing. This is from July. There's our circle. This crop circle caught my attention over others, not because of its well-flattened stalks of grain, but its simplicity. Yes, when a person goes out to make a crop circle, they all make these intricate patterns, but they don't just keep it simple. This is the reason I believe this is real. Look at the tightness of the stalks that are bent. They almost look glued down. Something big and heavy landed here the night before. What I wouldn't give to see that. All right, and just click through here. We can just see a bit more of this. That's pretty much it. What you see is what you get. Moving on. All right, glowing UFO over Draper, Utah, August 6th. Here's our object in question. Check out this really flashing seen over Draper, Utah yesterday. The object is not a disc and is not flat, but instead is a sphere shaped. I tried to add light to the close-up show UFOs are okay. The photo below is close up that the eyewitness caught and submitted with the video. As I was walking to a room when I was sleeping, on the couch, as I was getting my blanket, I looked out the window and saw a bright light about a mile over the mountain across our house. It was very bright but not distinguishable, so I got my phone, zoomed in, and noticed it was flashing lights and moving. So I took a picture and the video of the object. I laid down and looked out my window to see, and the object was gone. All right. I have some video to accompany this. UFO sightings daily. All right, there we go. There's our object in question. You can see it is moving. Kind of looks like it's doing a spinning, doesn't it? Yeah, it certainly does. It certainly is. That's pretty fascinating. Onward. Glowing UFO seen over Moscow causes a storm. There's a little object and the different views caught up. Different filters and so on. This glowing orb is buzzing silently around the treetops near some buildings in Moscow. The eyewitness believe it to be a ball of lightning, but ball lightning is much smaller than this. Ball lightning is always just a few centimeters across. This UFO is about the size of a motorcycle. Ball lightning lasts for under a minute. This didn't die out, but instead lasted 15 minutes, and it flew away up into the clouds. Look at the above screenshots, and you will see different filtered visions of this orb. There is a second ring of light around the ball. This is new. The UFO flies like it's alive and curious. When a girl screams is heard, it shoots upward and disappears into the clouds as if the scream frightened it. It's self-aware. I wonder, did the UFO cause the storm a few minutes later? I think so. Scott C. Waring. And if we go here, it says before we start shooting, the whole family watched for about 15 minutes. The assumptions were different. Then we realized this was not a ball. It began to take off on camera. Everything happened in the background of orange. Warning mode. It was not raining, but all of the time, at the time of the disappearance of the object, immediately poured and the storm began. Okay, this is a 1 minute 15-second video. I'm not seeing anything at the moment. Holler out when you see something. Okay. Is that it right there? Or is that just some dust on the screen? Alright, the video is available for you to check out. Here's another video that's with it. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. Nice white object. Looks like a ball just flying around. Alright, very interesting indeed. Here we have a story about the International Space Station. Our astronauts and space station equipment being monitored by aliens on a daily basis. Alien chasers believe a number of sightings means astronauts on board the ISS are probably being monitored by extraterrestrials almost daily. The latest video is taken from the NASA footage from one of the ISS cameras as it pans across space. The object, which is of a light color with a pinkish tail, is shot only momentarily. It was filmed by a prolific NASA camera watcher who posts UFO videos to YouTube under the name of Street Camp 1. Some have dismissed him as being involved in a hoax material, but he insists his material comes from NASA footage, although he does not admit to adjusting colors he does admit to adjusting colors to bring objects out. It's right there. The space agency has appeared to fuel conspiracy theorists' views on anomalies caught in its camera by refusing to offer different explanations for what they might be. Despite allowing public access to recordings, so-called ufologists claim NASA is purposely withholding information about UFOs from the public. Okay. Very good. Next one here. UFO sighting above Marga, Chile. And that one's gone. Just like that. We're not going to bring it back. But there was a sighting above Marga, Chile. Alright, here we go. Unveiling Nibiru. Wanted to bring this up because it is a subject that has certainly been around for quite some time, and now we are having to deal with Nibiru again because we're hearing about its return. We're hearing stories that there might be something this September that's coming in. I mean, there's been a variety of dates when people have said Nibiru is coming back. We're going to see it again. If it gets between the Earth and the Sun, it's going to cause all kind of problems. But we see objects in the Sun that are as large as the Earth. We saw one just a couple of days ago, so I'm not necessarily if the problems are going to be as they say. Nonetheless, this is information about Nibiru. Nibiru is one of the names for the king of planets headed towards Earth. The supposed planet is associated with Nemesis, Planet X, 10th and 12th planet, Marduk, the Destroyer, Red Dragon, Great Star, Comet of Doom, and many others. Nibiru has 7 moons, and its perihelion passages are associated with the return of the gods, in which gods always refers to demon. The Sumerians named its long orbit as a shar, while Hindu astrologers called it Treta Yuga. Ancient people labeled the destruction X as Kali Yuga and viewed it as punishment for the world's sins. Many people, however, don't make the connection between this king-sized planet and massive Earth changes. In Sumerian civilization, the Anunnaki were considered as extraterrestrial gods resembling human and stay with humans on Earth. They thrive on conquest, enslavement, and cannibalism of those under them since they have been reduced in power. Several speculative writings regarding Nibiru and Anunnaki are based on the book of a linguistic scholar, Zecharia Sitchin, entitled The 12th Planet. Nibiru's orbiting pattern supposedly gave the Anunnaki the advantage to observe many planets near its orbit. Nibiruans are often referred to as Anunnaki, which literally means those who have come down from the heavens to the earth. Theoretically, the Nibiru were populated with technologically advanced alien races with traits of Satan and called their home star Zeus. They were carnivorous, cannibalistic, and specialized in mind control as well. Mr. Sitchin is believed to have fabricated the Anunnaki lie on behalf of the Illuminati, which he was actively involved with. It was said the various secret organizations have long believed in a coming political messiah other than Jesus to run the New World Order government. The core component of these organizations, secret knowledge and rituals, is a belief in alien gods and other ethereal entities. Mr. Sitchin claimed that his research coincided with many biblical texts that came originally from Sumerian writings. No one will ever know, however, except the Almighty God, whether Sitchin contributed these fabrications or was just used by Masonic deceivers. Well, I personally have heard Zecharia Sitchin talk on a number of occasions. I personally have gotten to know him and spend time with him and assist him at some of these events, and I found him to be a very genuine man, very knowledgeable. There wasn't anything that I thought about this man that was deceitful. He was just always very kind, filled with information, and I thought he was always thought he was something that was quite credible. So when I hear people bashing on him, I just feel that it just sort of confirms what he was saying has some validity to it. That's my personal opinion. You feel how you want about it. But that is our UFO news. Let's jump away. I'll be back momentarily.
Come into our circle, Great Spirit. Fill our souls with peace. Great Spirit, shine down your light, shine down your light, shine down your light to light our way. Oh, 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 oh. Great Spirit, show us the way, show us the way, show us the way to live in peace every day. Great Spirit, show us the way, show us the way, show us the way to live in peace every day. Oh, 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 oh. The wheel of life keeps rolling, rolling, rolling round and round, round and round. Nothing you can do will stop it, stop it. Nothing will slow it down. You gotta keep on going, going strong, going strong. You gotta keep believing and keep moving on. Oh, 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 oh. Great Spirit, send down your love, shine down your light, show us the way each and every day. Great Spirit, send down your love, shine down your light, show us the way each and every day. Oh, 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 oh,
All right, all right. So, last night were the debates. Now, I just want to talk a little bit about that because I think it's very important what is going on with this country in these particular debates. And here's why I believe this is true. For a long time, the media has been extremely biased. They lie. They pick the candidates they want, and then they move forward with an agenda. It's been going on for a long time. And the American people, well, they really aren't choosing the candidates. We know that candidates are selected, not elected. But the people are not really given fair information so that in their voting of the popular choice that they can choose really the right person. You see, the way it works is the powers that be, they select the president, and then their job is then to make sure that the public goes along with that. So they have to make sure that you are spoon-fed the information, brainwashed with their reporting so that you believe exactly what they tell them, so you go and vote the way that they want you to. That way the popular vote matches the vote of the Electoral College, and therefore everybody's happy. Everybody says, see, the people voted for the president. People didn't vote for the president. The people just simply bought into the propaganda that was given to them from the mainstream stations. And this has been going on for a long while. Well, last night at these debates, it really was evident. Fox News had an agenda. And I'm glad to see today, as I was going through the variety of different news sources, that people are seeing this and they're waking up to this. There was a backlash that took place at the Fox News website or Facebook page. The Fox News website's being hit. Megyn Kelly especially is getting hit hard. She showed her true colors. I don't believe that that is a nice woman at all. Wolf in sheep's clothing certainly is the appropriate term there. She showed her fangs and came out with an agenda, and I think it's going to end up biting her in the backside because people are seeing that she's not a nice person at all. She's nothing more than a female Bill O'Reilly, and you know how I feel about Bill O'Reilly. He may have experience for many years and may have some good things he does as far as a person who is a an on-air personality, but when it comes to espousing the truth, he's not your guy. When it comes to espousing an agenda, he's the guy, and he does that quite a bit. I would say that a person like Bill O'Reilly is just nothing more than a sellout. And he has all these series of books about killing this, killing that, killing this. That's what Bill does. He kills things. So I don't believe anything about him. And when I see Megyn Kelly, all I see is a female version of Bill O'Reilly. And last night, she proved that. So if you go and you look around today and you want to see what happened last night, you're going to see a variety of things. But what's great about Donald Trump is standing up to the media. And that's going to be a big challenge because the media gangs up, and innocent people who listen to the media every day that are unaware of the lies being told will buy into their stories and think that that's the be-all and end-all. I wanted to show you some things that were a little different that you're not going to see today. First thing, I've already told you, go and look at the backlash that Megyn Kelly is getting. Look up. You can Google in Megyn Kelly is a liar, or Megyn Kelly backlash, or anything to that effect, and you'll start to see there's a lot of Americans really upset and telling and sending Fox notes that they're done with them, that they've come to understand their agenda and so on, which is good because that's part of what needs to happen, the takedown of the media. All of the media is lying. Fox lies. MSNBC lies. CNN lies. They're not telling you the truth. People believe they are. Rupert Murdoch and all the other owners of those networks, they have agendas and they push them through, and their willing minions within those agencies, they all do their bidding and they lie, lie, lie. What kind of person is it that would go on and just lie, lie, lie like that? Can you imagine? Not very nice. Not very nice at all. So, I want you to see this here with your own eyes. This is a poll. This is over at Drudge. Matt Drudge, who won the first Republican political debate? Bush, 2%. Carson, 9%. Christie, 1%. Cruz, 14%. Huckabee, 33%. Just 3%. Kasich, 5%. Paul, 6%. Rubio, 10%. Trump, 46%. Walker, 4%. Okay? 46%. This is more than it was prior to him going into this. This has to do, I believe, with what people saw last night. They saw the attack upon him. That very first question they asked, completely unfair. First question for those who weren't there, they asked they said, well, let's see a show of hands. Who up here, if they don't get the nomination, will still support the Republican candidates? And who will pledge now that they put up your hand if you will not pledge to stay a Republican and go third party? And of course, Donald Trump, who's already stated these things many times, raised his hand because he's not going to kowtail to them. And if he needs to run third party, I showed you the map yesterday of the people that really are interested in what Donald Trump has to say. Seems like last night something lit a fire under more Americans that perhaps that's even going to grow because the lies are in. But we need to stand. We need to believe. Maybe Donald Trump's not the be-all, end-all of everything, but we need to at least get behind the person who's calling out the media. We can't keep having the media lie and lie and lie and have people watch that. Because people that I know and people that you know watch these shows and actually believe these lies. I don't understand why. Good people shouldn't believe the lies, but people do all the time, and it's very bizarre. And I don't think I'll ever understand that. We were given the gifts of discernment to be able to tell the truth from the lies, but we've somehow strayed so far from that that we just don't even pay attention to that anymore. So anyway, just wanted you to see this, and if this is something of interest to you, this particular subject and what's going to be going on, look around Google, scour around, and you will see that what's being said out there about Mr. Trump and what's being said out there about this debate, well, you're going to have different results at different sites and different places you go. And just watch, because there is a bias. They're trying to attack him. Why? Because they don't like him. Why don't they like him? Because he speaks the truth against them. says they're all liars. He's right. They do lie. They proved it last night. So, enough with that. And I don't want to get caught up in the whole political game, but I do want to pay attention to what's going on and really see, because I believe this is very important, because it's about people standing up. We need to stand up, and sometimes in America, it takes one person to be courageous and stand up, and that encourages another person to stand up, and so on and so on and so on. Right now, Donald Trump is standing up, and he's calling the media out. Awesome. Now, there will be other people that will stand up and be courageous. That's what we need. Once more people get on board and start calling out the media, we start finding that the lies are going to end, because we'll be able to get to the truth. And that is really the most important part about what's going on with all of this, that this is a moment for the people. This has nothing to do with the media except them going down, because the people are believing that they actually have the power that they do have. Remember, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the ones. And when we finally stand up and recognize our true power, they're not going to stop us. They're afraid of us. They're afraid that if we speak our mind and our truth, it's going to take away their power. Well, too frickin' bad for them. Their power has been long enough. Their corruption has been long enough. I'm tired of listening to brain-dead individuals in the world that are corrupt and causing so many problems. I'm tired of listening to that. There's too many good people in the world, and if I don't speak my mind, then I don't feel right about that, because we need to speak our mind. We need to stand up. We need to be courageous. And I know that those of you listening to the show are doing that as well. So I commend you and say thank you for being courageous, because we need to continue to do this. It's how we're going to get our country back. It's the only way. Brave Americans as opposed to wimpy Americans. It's a much better way to go. All right, let's take a look at these lessons here. The next lesson, or actually the first lesson of this program. All right, I don't know what happened there. Screen went away. But just to refer, this is the Dreamspell, the Galactic Consciousness. Okay, so Lesson 1, Galactic Signature and 20 Seals. First step, know your own galactic signature. Know your own galactic signature. The galactic signature is basically like your birth date, except in the Dreamspell calendar, it is simply coded according to what the Dreamspell calendar is. So when you know your galactic signature, you know the particular energy that you're associating with in this system, and therefore you can move forward accordingly and know where you fit and where you are anytime in this system. Okay, so the first step is to know your own galactic signature. If you don't know, you can decode it from your 13 moon calendar. All you do is you go to lawoftime.org/decode. If you do that, you'll get to the place where you'll be able to do that to explain everything. It says your galactic signature is a gateway or portal to discover different aspects of your being. By learning our galactic signature, we start thinking archetypally of our role within the collective rather than individually of the personal. Each galactic signature is a multi-layered code meant to be meditated upon. Note that your signature also corresponds to a kin number, an earth family, a chakra, a planet, which we will learn about over the next 28 days. Each signature contains a 5-part oracle that includes a guide, which is a helping partner, analog, a challenge partner, antipode, a hidden power, occult. Meditate on your galactic signature. So we've got the guide right up here, the analog right here, which is like-minded, the opposite or challenge right here, this is the antipode, and the occult. And for those who wonder about this word occult, occult means that which is hidden. Did you hear anything in there that sounds evil? Did you hear anything in that definition that makes you say, oh no, I'm scared because occult is something bad? Neither did I. It simply means that which is hidden. Not witches, but that thing that is hidden. That's what the occult is, something hidden. Nothing more, nothing less. So in this particular case here, we've got the hidden power. We all have some hidden strength within us, and that is what this is alluding to. In this particular case, which is the symbol for the year, we have the wizard in the middle, the white wizard. The guide is the white wind. The hidden power, or the occult power, is the hand, our ability to accomplish things. Our like-minded energy, or our helping partner, is the life force within us, the serpent. And our challenge is the seed, our ability to plant the seed to grow the things that we want to grow. So this is how you look at this, okay? We read the yearly oracle as follows. The wizard means timelessness is supported by the serpent, life force instinct, right here. He's challenged and strengthened by the seed, which is flowering in awareness. Receives hidden power from the hand, accomplishment and knowledge. And of course the guide is the wind, spirit. To learn more about this, see page 268 and 271 in Star Traveler's 13 Almanac by Synchronicity. The first step to learning the system is to memorize the 20 solar seals. Color in the graphic on the next page according to the solar seal colors. All right, so let's get this next page going here. Now the system here is pretty simple, right? So just remember that pattern, because every day on the system here is a different date, as opposed to the way in which we look at our calendar, where the dates are all different. Every day is different. Every day here on this system is a unique date. Now, for whatever reason, I'm having trouble doing this. While I'm figuring this out here, I'm going to throw a song on, and I'll be back momentarily. Here, this is called Wake Up.
What if our government was responsible for some of the greatest crimes against this nation? Would you really want to know? These are big questions, but these questions deserve answers. It's time to demand the truth.
People shouldn't be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of them.
9/11 was an inside job. Kennedy was killed by the CIA. Jimmy Carter saw a UFO. Answers to secrets you need to know. So wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Patriots arise. It's time to demand the truth.
All right, I got things worked out here. So if you think that voice in that song sounded familiar, guess what? You're right. That was me. It was my band Poetry. That was the song called Wake Up. All right, I was having trouble with the PDF for some reason today. Not to worry at all, because I went to the Law of Time website and I pulled up that site, which is where all this information is coming from anyway. So if you go here, you go to the Foundation for the Law of Time, you click on the 13 Moon Calendar link. Takes you to the page here where it talks all about what the 13 Moon Calendar is. If we go down to the basics, starts to get into a little bit more info on the basic stuff. Well, here, you know what? Let me just start right here. How about that? 13 Moon Calendar basics. These are the names of the moons. 13 of them: the magnetic moon, lunar moon, electric moon, self-existing moon, overtone moon, rhythmic moon, radiant moon, galactic moon, solar, planetary, spectral, crystal, and cosmic. The actual names of the months would be the magnetic bat moon, the lunar scorpion moon, the electric deer moon, self-existing owl moon, overtone peacock moon, rhythmic lizard moon, resonant monkey moon, galactic hawk moon, solar jaguar moon, planetary dog moon, spectral serpent moon, crystal rabbit moon, and cosmic turtle moon. Don't those months and those moons sound a whole lot more interesting than January, February, March? They kind of give us an idea of what's going on. That's the whole point here, that we look at time in a different way. Time is an event that is happening. It's not just a random date on the calendar. So we're going to go to 13 Moon Calendar Tutorial. We've seen the 7 days and how they're labeled. We've seen the 4 weeks of 7 days. Here's a layout of the grid, the 13 moons here. And this is the Zolkin itself. So we got 13 columns, 20 rows. 1320. 1320 altogether. This whole Zolkin grid makes 260 possibilities. The way you work this grid is start up at the top and you go from the top down to the bottom. When you get to the bottom, you go up and start up at the top again. Each one of these is 1 day. Each day is a day that is a combination of this symbol, a solar glyph, and up here, this symbol. You don't see it right here, but which would be the moon. So we have the first moon in the first symbol, first moon, second symbol, and so on. And so we code each day according to that. In order to understand this further, we need to understand what these 20 symbols are. We've got a brief understanding of the 13 moons, so let's look at these 20 seals. Okay. First one we have is the dragon. Dragon's color red. Remember the colors I told you? Red, white, blue, yellow. So you're going to see this pattern. Red, white, blue, yellow. Red, white, blue, yellow. Red, white, blue, yellow. And so on. Okay? Red is initiation. White is refinement. Blue is transformation. Yellow, ripening. So we have the dragon, which is about birth. The action is he nurtures. And the essence is being. Just like keywords. We need to remember just the keywords. Second one is the white wind. The wind refines. Its power is spirit. The action is to communicate. Its essence is breath. Third one is the night. It's about abundance, dreams, intuition. Fourth is the seed, flowering, targets, and awareness. Fifth is serpent, which is the life force, survival energy, instinct. Sixth is the world bridger. It's about death. It equalizes and it provides opportunity. The hand is about accomplishment, knowledge, healing. The star is elegance, beauty, art. The moon universal water, purification and flow. The dog, heart, love, loyalty. The monkey, magic, playfulness, illusion. The human is free will, influence, wisdom. Skywalker is about space, exploration, wakefulness. The wizard is timelessness, enchantment, receptivity. The eagle is vision, creativity in the mind. Warrior is intelligence, questioning, fearlessness. The earth, navigation, evolve, synchronicity. The mirror is endlessness, reflects, order. The storm, self-generation, catalyzation, and energy. And the sun, universal fire, enlightenment, and life. Okay. It says the galactic gateway is always red, color, tone, seal. For example, a red dragon day with a magnetic tone is red, red magnetic dragon. Okay, so you read the color first, red. The magnetic, or the tone, is going to come from one of these 13 symbols right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So what you're going to do is you're going to combine the tone, the 13 tone, one of those, along with the symbol. So in this particular case, when we look down the Tzolk'in, this first column is the 1 tone, second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on, all the way to the 13th tone. So we'd have 1 dragon. But the first tone is called the magnetic tone. So we give the name a little bit more information. The red magnetic dragon. And we get to this one, is the white. And then if we go to this one here, lunar wind. Blue electric night. Yellow seed. Yellow self-existing seed. And so on, okay? That's how we read the calendar. Now, when you start the calendar, you start up here and you go all the way down, 1 through 20. When you get to the bottom, you go to the top of the next one, you continue your counting from 21, 22, 23, and so on, till you get to 260 at the bottom. Okay? So, does this make sense? It's all right. If it doesn't, I think it probably does. It's a pretty simple system. Just follow the links to the website. Read the information. Go over those 20 symbols and those 13 tones. If over the course of this weekend, if you just make that a course of study for yourself, it's not a long study, but if you just learn those tones, learn those solar seals, that's the first step, because everything we're going to be doing with this system is going to be based on the knowing those 13 tones and those 20 seals. So that's the assignment that we all have for this weekend. Remember, we want to do our meditations. You want to have a 13-minute meditation. Did you do one yesterday? I did one last night. Make sure you guys do your meditations. Get like a 13-minute meditation. Build up a little bit at a time. You know, if you could do 13 or 15 minutes every day, that would be great. Look at these symbols, get to know them, and all will be well in your world because you'll have a better understanding than you did before. All right, a couple of articles for you. This first one is an article along with a video for you to watch over the weekend. Jimi Hendrix, Prophecies and Visions. This is by Greg Prescott over at In5D. Many people know Jimi Hendrix as a legendary Hall of Fame rock guitarist, but were you aware of his spiritual and visionary side? Jimi saw a future for mankind that would not only affect our planet, but the entire solar system as well. The following excerpts from the book, Excuse Me While I Kiss the Sky, Jimi Hendrix, Voodoo Child. Jimi Hendrix, page 326, says, I'm not going to say it until a wider range of people see it. It's a universal thought. It's not a black or white thing or a green or gold thing. There are a few chosen people here that are here to help to get these people out of these certain sleeplessness that they're in. All they're doing is making themselves weaker and weaker until the negatives come out and just take them away. And that's what's going to happen. Then you're going to have no world to live on. Page 326, they said establishment is going to crumble away. The solar system is going through a change soon and it's going to affect Earth itself. This room is just a crumb for the crust of the pie. and there is no moving from any one land to another to save yourself in that respect. In 1969, Jimi was quoted by the San Diego Free Press as saying the following: "The solar system is going through a change soon, and it's going to affect the Earth in about 30 years." Jimi died September 18th, 1970. So here we have a video series of videos all about this, so you can learn more about his asteroid predictions. Perhaps the changes that Jimi envisioned are related to one of the cosmic wild cards we've talked about here on In 5D, such as the photon belt, the galactic ribbon, wave X, or the Schumann resonance. Only Jimi truly knows the implied intentions behind the visions of the future. So, pretty cool. You know, musicians often have visions. That's why they're writing. They're sometimes writing about their visions. I can tell you that certainly has been the case for myself. The visions you have, the things you hear, and so on. The song Great Spirit came that way. I had spent a week camping out at Chaco Canyon, New Mexico, in the Four Corners area where the Anasazi lived. Had a great time out there, doing meditations, just spending time out in nature. It's out in the middle of an area where there's just nothing but secluded area. It's just a beautiful place. And I came home. Before I left, I had a vision. I saw the elders. They were waving to me as I was leaving the property, which was quite unexpected because I didn't know I would see that. And I looked out the window, and there they all were, waving goodbye. And I got home, and I sat down at my desk, and I started hearing that song, Great Spirit, just as I play it. And I wrote it down, and I didn't know what I was going to do with it right off the bat. All I know is there was a voice that says, after I was listening to it, "This one is yours, write it down." So I did. So I can tell that there are often times, and many times, musicians have these sort of visions and thoughts, and that's what they write from. That's how we do it. That's how it is with art, all kind of art. All right, let's jump over to a message today. This is from Mary Magdalene. Here we go. Mary Magdalene.
Mary Magdalene, welcome this newer version of you.
Channeled by Fran Zepeda, August 6, 2015.
Welcome to this new version of you, harvesting and manifesting as you continue to receive and accept these new energies of the present gateway beckoning you now. You have laid the groundwork, and now so much is waiting for you to discover about yourselves. The new you that so many have talked about is a work in progress, but you will notice that lately you have experienced a deeper, more grounded awakening of your true divine selves. Your merging of your higher aspects, your I am presence, has been stepped up and is stepping up continually, and if you were to place a vision of yourselves in previous moments next to a vision of how you are in this moment, you would notice a great difference. The acceleration of your development is a little astonishing, but all you need to do is continue to ride this current wave of awakening with complete openness and acceptance, with a bit of curiosity thrown in. For in that comes a further openness to your purity, your true divine essence, your oneness with all that is being played out in continual harmony and progression, constantly replacing and clarifying and purifying your former versions of your being, as you open to your expansion, relishing all the clarity, insights, and understandings coming along with it. It is as if you are working on a painting, and with each new addition and enhancement, more beauty and clarity is coming to the forefront, constantly changing the whole picture as you allow each new layer and element to evolve. You are a beautiful, masterful work in progress, and lately you may notice that the depth and clarity of your new perspectives are amazing. It is as if you are looking through the brand new eyes of a newborn, to discover everything that is there in a brand new way. It is as if you never saw it before in quite that light. And indeed you haven't, for you are entering a new platform for you to operate from, and now lies before you the task of discovering all that is available in this new world you are creating, in this new dimension you have embraced. You have been presented with a whole new set of tools to navigate this new world, and it will take some practice and acceptance to fully explore them. This is what you have been waiting for, this is what you have been working on for so long, and it will just get more and more astounding and enriching as you keep building on this moment of clarity that you are embracing. Sit with this thought and truth right now. You are in possession of all you need to stay in the higher dimensions, coloring and influencing your whole existence each moment that you sustain this experience. It is a subtle yet profound movement, and you are being offered the opportunity now to allow yourselves to be lifted and sustained on this new current or higher dimensional airstream, sweeping you along to new experiences and perceptions. So allow yourselves to continue to be lifted, as the incoming light of the coming days will bring more revealing glimpses into this new version of you. You are becoming beacons of Christ consciousness, lighting the way for all. I am Mary Magdalene, in pure love essence.
All right, very good. That was a good message from Mary Magdalene. Very good message indeed. Speaks to what we're talking about, right? The changes that are taking place within us, changes that are taking place in the world, the light that we're experiencing. Warrior of the light. Here's today's message. A sword may not last very long, but the warrior of light must. That is why he must never allow himself to be deceived by his own abilities, and thus avoids being taken by surprise. He gives each thing the value it deserves. Often the warrior is pondering grave matters. The devil whispers in his ear, "Don't worry about that. It's not important." At others, when he is faced by banalities, the devil says to him, "You should pour all your energies into resolving this situation." The warrior does not listen to what the devil is telling him. He is the master of the sword. All right? That's what we must be, my friends. Warriors. We are warriors. We need to stand up. We need to show our warrior strength, because now is the time more than ever. Now is the time. This is when we're taking it back. This is when we're taking our world back. This is when we're taking America back. This is when we're taking the truth back. This is when God is standing up. All these great things are happening. So all we need to do is participate in the process that is there. Okay? All we have to do is participate in the process. The ones who have problems, the wicked and the ungodly. If you're not one of the wicked ungodly, then you're all right. If you are, you got a problem. All right, and that brings us, last but not least, to our meditation for the day. So go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Take another deep breath. And exhale again. And another deep breath. And exhale. Now I want you to imagine looking in the mirror. And as you look at yourself, you see who you are right now in physical body. And as you look at yourself, you look to see at the strengths that you have. And you can see them. And you look to see the weaknesses you have. And you are aware of them. And as you are aware of your strengths and your weaknesses, you're able to contemplate on how to fix the weaknesses while maintaining the strengths. And so you go through the process of change necessary. So we imagine ourselves now walking into a gym, and there we see the weights. And you walk up to the weights, and you start off and you pick up a 10-pound weight, and you do a couple of weight exercises, arm curls. And you don't feel as weak anymore, so you set this down and you go pick up the next weight. It's 20 pounds. And you lift that. And then you set that down and you go and you pick up the next one, the 30 pounds. And you set that down and you're surprised at how strong you are. And you keep going, you pick up the 40-pound weight. And then the 50-pound. And then the 60-pound. And then the 70-pound. And you keep finding that no matter which weight you pick up, you're getting stronger and stronger because your weaknesses are being strengthened. And as you find yourself becoming stronger, you realize that with this strength comes humility. With this strength comes the confidence to know who and what you are about, and the humility to respect and appreciate the gift the universe has given unto you. to walk into this world with this newfound strength. And you're able to see the lies and stand up against them. You're able to see the corruption in the world and be courageous against it. You see those in need and you're able to reach out and help them. And you find that you are no longer helpless, but one of those that are helpful. And so you keep going into the world, inserting your courage and strength, and as you do, others find courage in your courage, and they become courageous themselves. And on and on and on. So see all the people of the earth, one by one, passing this courage on to the next. And imagine the people of the world standing up with this courage. And the powers that be that are trying to suppress the people, just see them shrink. Until pretty soon their negativity and corruption has no value in our lives, that it just dissipates. And we see all those who are causing the corruption and the lies and the problems. We just see them slowly fading out of reality until only the goodness exists. So let's imagine this world as being a place of goodness and love, and let's imagine all the darkness swept away because of our courage and our light that has changed the situation. So let's continue on this journey of courageousness. Let our subconscious mind continue on that journey. And let's bring our conscious mind back to the present moment on the count of 3. 3, coming back to the present moment filled with confidence. 2, coming back to the present moment filled with faith. And 1, coming back to the present moment happy, healthy, and whole. Happy, healthy, and whole. Take another deep breath. Exhale, and open your eyes. That's it, my friends. That is the show for today. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad to be back with you. Again, I appreciate all your information that you send to me. Keep on sending it, and I'll keep on reading it. Thank you so much. Have an awesome weekend. Remember to do your meditations. Study up on this dream spell. Watch the Jimi Hendrix videos. And just have a great weekend. Talk to you next week. I love you. Keep loving each other. Peace. I'm out of here.